Hi guys, in my last video I got a bunch of questions asking why I decided to get another CuttleBug after I'd mentioned I had sold my CuttleBug. Basically, when I first got into die cutting, I started with the CuttleBug. I had bought it, loved it, had it for I don't know how many years, and then about a year ago, maybe a little longer, when Stampin' Up! Came out with, or started carrying the BigShot, they didn't invent it, it's made by Sizzix. I was able to get BigShot for free with hostess benefits from a big order, something I can't remember. So after I got this, I thought, don't really need the CuttleBug anymore, this is better, whatever. Sold my old CuttleBug not quite a year ago, and I've really regretted it. It's more up to personal preference, so basically what I'll do is just do a comparison. They're both die cut machines. The biggest difference between the two is the footprint, obviously. Like the BigShot takes up quite a bit of space, however it is very sturdy. There's no parts to fold down or anything, it's just like this. So that's the BigShot. Then the CuttleBug takes up a lot less space, and then you just fold down the platforms to use it. And right there, that makes it sturdy. I'm using a folding table, so that's not sturdy, but the CuttleBug is. And that's what I do love about it, is it takes up so little space. And then with the BigShot, they both use plates and whatnot for die cutting. With the BigShot, it comes with the multi-purpose platform, which you just open it up to use whatever size you need. So I love that, because then it's all on one thing, so you're not losing any plates. And then you have the cutting plates, which I'm pretty sure came with it, and then anything else you have to buy separately. So I like that, and then I just leave everything sitting on top of it. Since I can't fold it or put it away, I just leave it all like that. With the CuttleBug, when you buy it, you get an A plate, which is the big white one. You get a C plate, which is the medium sized one, and then you get two B plates, which are the thinnest ones. So, and when they're brand new, they're really slippery. Another reason why I ordered another CuttleBug to go back to is replacement plates are not very expensive. I think they're $10 roughly for a set of two B plates. These were the main reason why I had got rid of the CuttleBug and was keeping the BigShot, is these Big's extra large dies, which are huge. They do not work in the CuttleBug. Maybe other people have been able to get them to work in the CuttleBug. I haven't. I can't. It drove me nuts. You basically need to have two sets of B plates in order to run them through, because they're so long. And you would need to have your cardstock, this, and then halfway through you have to try and pull them out. I ended up with big lines across. I couldn't get an even cut. It was a nightmare. Like, you cannot use them in the CuttleBug. Extra plates you buy for the BigShot, the extended cutting pads, do not fit in a CuttleBug. They are too, the CuttleBug opening is just slightly too narrow for it. I know some people also, they've had their husbands or they've got the equipment to shave off part of the edge of these so that they will fit through a CuttleBug. I couldn't be bothered. I don't have the tools for that. My husband doesn't have the tools for that, so I don't know, I got rid of the CuttleBug because of that pretty much. But again, it's been a few months, and honestly I don't use these Big's dies hardly ever. Since 95% of the time I use my little Nestabilities dies, that's what I'm keeping the CuttleBug for. I find it cuts way better. My biggest peeve with the BigShot, no matter what I do, when I cut with the Nestabilities, it always embosses the edge, which with the CuttleBug you basically have to do two separate steps, which you can watch my other video on that. I explain how I cut and emboss with Nestabilities. However, with the BigShot, it cuts and embosses, which is nice for people who always want it embossed. There you go, get the BigShot, you're good to go. But a lot of times I don't want that embossed edge. I want just the die cut image, not the embossing around the edge. I don't know, sometimes I just would like that option, but with the BigShot, that is the only way it works. Again, might be different from somebody, but the only way it works is use the multi-purpose platform, all the tabs down, cutting surface, cardstock, the die, and the mat. Put it through, it will always cut and emboss for me. I can never get it to not cut. I have tried using it with just the first tab and then the plates, and it won't even cut. So that's my biggest pet peeve with this. That and just this wobbly cutting mat has driven me bonkers, and that it just irritates me because it makes me take basically twice as long to cut something because I'm having to tape it down or fiddle and trying to get this evened out, and I cannot get this thing flat. I'm scared if I try any harder I'm going to break it. Okay, so just a quick recap. The pros for the CuttleBug: smaller footprint. It takes up way less space on a shelf since it can fold up. The replacement pads are easy to come by because you can get them at Michael's, probably most major craft stores. Online, they're usually quite easy to find, and the price is always good, and they do last. Like, it's usually only the B plates you need replacing just because they get so marked up over time. I've never cracked a C plate ever, but again, you can easily get a new one. The A plate, you can also get another one. I don't know why. I don't see how anyone could manage to. I've accidentally put a mark in it just from cutting, but that's that. So yeah, pros are it takes up less space. Plates, it comes with all the plates it needs, plus they are easily replaceable and easy to find. This is a great machine. It is very well built. It seems a little more flimsy compared to the BigShot, like little plastic parts and that, but I've hauled my CuttleBug around, like the old one I had. I hauled it to crops and retreats and whatnot, and you know, it got thrown in the back of the vehicle, everything, and it held up. Never ever had a problem with it. Like, it is a good heavyweight machine, and the fact that it does the suction is really good. My old one maybe not quite as good as this one, but like it, when you fold down the plates, it holds it stays in place really, really well. So I do really love the CuttleBug. With BigShot, pros on the BigShot is it is very, very sturdy. There's no folding down. It does have like a more comfortable handle compared to the CuttleBug's handle. That's about the flimsiest part of it, is this little handle is not necessarily comfortable. The BigShot it is. And running it through, when you're running dies through, they go through probably smoother and quicker on the BigShot than they do the CuttleBug. It doesn't bother me, although people that might have like arthritis or like tendonitis and whatnot, this might be a better bet for them. Another pro is that it, like I said, the multi-purpose platform, since it's all in one spot and it's got all the, like, it explains like what dies and whatnot work with all the different things. So that's great. My biggest con obviously is that it takes up a lot of space. I can't just fold it up and throw it on a shelf. It's kind of stuck wherever I put it, so that's why I keep it kind of in the back corner there, because I have nowhere else to put this thing, because it takes up a fair bit of space. It is a sturdy machine. It's harder to find. Like, but until Stampin' Up! Started carrying it, I never could have got this anywhere. I've never seen them, especially up here in Canada, because I only have Michael's and one other craft store, and that's over an hour away. But yeah, through Stampin' Up! It's obviously easy to get, and if you can get it with hostess benefits or whatnot, that's an even bigger bonus. Plus, Stampin' Up! Has all their dies and whatnot that are meant for this, which is great. If I had to choose between the two, honestly, I would get rid of the BigShot and keep the CuttleBug. I like the CuttleBug. I missed it. And again, like I said, I don't use the Big's extra large dies hardly at all. I pretty much do die cutting just for my Nestabilities dies, which CuttleBug's great for. Love it for that. Don't need the BigShot for those at all. And the fact that it takes up less space. It's more portable for me. They weigh about the same. Not a whole lot of difference. This has a bit more of a comfortable handle, I guess, but it doesn't really bother me. So yeah, it's pretty much up to personal preference, but I hoped that kind of answered this long drawn-out video, answered any questions you guys might have. If you have any more, just post them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you right away. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.